Hey everyone, I'm D26, and today I will decode the most discussed topic in the past couple of years around the world, the pandemic. Oh, sorry, a pandemic. Or was it one? Let's find out. In my introductory video about Gematria, I explain how to decode a word like God, which equates to 26 in the most basic cipher, the alphabetic order, where ABC is 1, 2, 3 up to Z equating to 26. This video is going to be for those who are already into the community and aware of the aspects in decoding like the ciphers, date durations, prime number relations, etc. To all the first time viewers, I recommend watching my first video, and I will probably post another video where I will explain more as a guide and also provide the links to other decoders in the community who have introduced the topic in a better way. Moving on, coronavirus equals 155, 56, 142 and 70 in the base ciphers. Starting with 155, which can be written as the date 15/5 or 15th of May, the day when Clade X was simulated in Washington DC in 2018. If you're not familiar with this name, Clade X was a pandemic simulation by the Johns Hopkins University's Center for Health Security. And yes, if you recognized, these are the same people who simulated Event 201 on October 18, 2019 in New York City, which was specifically a coronavirus pandemic simulation. The same day, World Military Games began in Wuhan, China, which so happens to be the location of the initial outbreak of coronavirus, which led to the pandemic, because apparently some people in some country eat bats as per the primary reports. Remember that? If you decode Clade X, it equals 113, as well as coronavirus pandemic equals 113. 113 can be expressed as 11/3 or 11th of March, which is when coronavirus or COVID-19 was declared as a pandemic by the World Health Organization out of its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. Now there's a thing with the dates. In the US, it's written as month/day, whereas the rest of the world writes it as day/month. So while decoding, one must look at both ways. Accordingly, the day when pandemic was announced can also be written as March 11 or 3/11. Now 311 is the octal of 201. Moving ahead, one must not forget that Operation Warp Speed, a public-private partnership initiated by the United States government to facilitate and accelerate the development, manufacturing and distribution of COVID-19 vaccines, therapeutics and diagnostics. Fittingly, Operation equals 113. It was launched by the President of the United States on the 2-year anniversary of Clade X on 15th of May 2020. Furthermore, the announcement of the pandemic was 666 days after Clade X, which not to forget was a pandemic simulation by the same people who simulated Event 201, another pandemic simulation, specifically that of coronavirus, which have existed for decades if you didn't know before watching this video. So at least for that reason, give a thumbs up to this video and share it with others. Also, Event 201 was sponsored by Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Notice the logos of both simulations. Being very similar except the color of the globe, I highly recommend everyone to watch the entire simulations that are still available on YouTube. Going ahead with the number 113, words like mainstream, dishonest, not true, not factual, not honest, infidelity, perjury, disinfo, green screen, fiction, all equals to 113. The number 113 is the number of deception in the Talmud. One may have a question, why do these decodes matter and who uses these decodes? Alright, history that no one taught you 101. On 15th of August 1534, Ignatius of Loyola and his 6 companions, all 7 students of the University of Paris, met in Paris, France, in a crypt beneath the church and formed the Society of Jesus, a military order in service of the Catholic Church, formed to counter the sudden rise of the Protestant Reformation headed by Dr. Martin Luther, who nailed the 95 Theses at the door of Castle Church in Wittenberg, Germany, apparently on the day of Halloween in 1517. Moreover, the Society of Jesus was recognized by the Vatican on September 27, 1540, the day leaving 95 days left in the year. Emphasis on 95. Moving to Great Britain, modern Freemasonry was founded by the Jesuits on St. John's Day on June 24, 1717 in London, England. This may also explain the capital G in their logo, which I'll save it for another video. Coming to Germany, the Bavarian Illuminati, later renamed as the Order of Illuminati, was founded by a Jesuit-educated Adam Weishaupt who graduated from the University of Ingolstadt, Bavaria, in Germany. He happened to die on 18th of November 1830, the 322nd day of the year. And guess what? There is another fraternal organization based in Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut. The Skull and Bones Society, or simply known to some as the Order, is recognized by the number 322, and it is also present in their logo. The most notable members of this fraternity are the father-son duo and former presidents of the United States, the Bushes. The members of the Society of Jesus are called the Jesuits, and the order is also referred to as the Jesuit Order. It is the single fraternity that has influence over most world-changing events throughout history, since its inception. However, it is my own suspicion that not only the rabbit hole goes deeper, but also traces back much more in the past. Coming back to decoding the pandemic, Society of Jesus equals 56, like how they were created in Paris, France, which also equals 56. So does the word COVID vaccine as well as coronavirus, which somehow managed to get the toilet paper in the mainstream media in early 2020. And for the cherry on top, mind control equals 56 as well. The first case of coronavirus was reported to be on December 13, 2019, which was changed to December 8 and then December 1st, and finally being updated to November 17, the day leaving 44 days left in the year. The word kill equals 44. The initial announcement of the first case being on December 13th was 56 days after Event 201 on October 18th, 2019, the day leaving 74 days left in the year. Each number has a greater significance and connects more dots as we go further. 74 and 47 are one of these more repetitive numbers, as you will see. Also, the word death equals 20, like how the pandemic was in the year of 2020. The first case of COVID outside mainland China was reported in the US on January 21st, 2020, in Washington State, the place where Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is located in Seattle. The date can be expressed as 1/21 or 121. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation equals 121. Also, 121 is the square of 11, which is called the master number. One must not forget that 9/11 was a huge 11 ritual where flight A11 hit one of the twin towers that look like a big 11 in the 11th state on the 11th day of the month. Not to mention, September 11 is the day leaving 111 days left in the year. I will talk about 9/11 in a later video, which gives you another reason to subscribe to my channel for further notifications. Moving ahead, the first two cases of Omicron in the UK were reported on 27th of November 2021. It was 666 days after the first two cases of COVID were reported in the UK on January 31st. World Health Organization declared PHEIC, which stands for Public Health Emergency of International Concern, and 41 days later it was declared as a pandemic on March 11. To get astrological, which is another dimension yet makes sense with this knowledge, Mercury equals 41, which has an atomic weight close to 201. Now let's come to Operation Warp Speed, which is what the former President of the United States is still very proud of. Anyways, notice the official seal of Operation Warp Speed. It is exactly the same as that of the symbol of Antakarna, which is a concept of Hindu philosophy referring to the totality of two levels of minds, namely the Buddhi and the Manas. Interestingly, Buddhi and Manas equals 201. The Jesuit Order equals 201. The founder of the Jesuit Order, Ignatius of Loyola, equals 201, and so does William Henry Gates, full name of Bill Gates, equals 201. And notice how the President of the United States takes his oath of office on 20th of January, which can be written as 20/1, like 201. Event 201 was 201st day of April Fool's Day, which is April 1st, which can be written as 4/1, like 41. Again, Mercury equals 41, which according to Roman mythology, which equals 201, is the trickster, and in the periodic table, it is the only element which has an atomic weight close to 201. April 1st is also the birthday of Terry Lynn Nichols, the associate of Timothy McVeigh, the two anti-government extremists behind the Oklahoma City bombing on April 19, 1995, which is the anniversary of Ignatius of Loyola becoming the first superior general of the Society of Jesus in 1541. A year can also be expressed as the last digits with an apostrophe, like 95. Recall how the Jesuits were recognized by the Catholic Church on the day leaving 95 days left in the year, like how they were created to counter the 95 Theses of Martin Luther, the leader of the Protestant Reformation. And how perfect it is that Timothy McVeigh equals 201, so does his associate Terry Lynn Nichols equals 201. And for the clincher, September 27, 2020, the day Jesuits were recognized by the Catholic Church, is the 201st day of the pandemic from March 11, which can be written as 3/11 or 311, the octal of 201. That's it for now. I just wanted to make a quick recap about COVID and the mass global psychosis that's going on for the last 2 years. Anyways, stay safe. See you in the next video.